Today we're going to learn how to play Ricochet Poker. We start by anteing just one coin for every player. It doesn't matter how big that coin is. Today we're playing for $1 a chip. It's called Ricochet because the action always bounces to the lowest hand. So the action's on the 3, and the options this player has are either to fold or to buy more cards. When you buy more cards, you're trying to not be the lowest hand anymore. So this 3 just has to get on top of the 7. 3 is going to buy 3 cards. 1 is all it took. So these other cards are still paid for, but it doesn't get them. We'll come back to him later. But the 3-10 is now not the lowest hand. We're going to jump over to the 7. The 7 has the same options. He's got to get on top of the 9. The 7 buys just 1 card to see what happens. He got a 5, and that wasn't enough to get him off the floor, so that player's out. The next action is going to be on the 9. He's just got to get on top of a 10. Let's have the 9 buy 2 cards. If you pay too much, you put more money in the pot than you need to. If you pay too little, you get knocked out of the game. So that's 9-8-4, not enough, and out. The 3-10's back in the action, and he's now trying to get on top of this queen. Let's just go ahead and have him buy 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, still not enough, and 5 cards is the biggest your hand is going to get. So that player's out. Action's on the queen. Queen's trying to beat an ace. The queen will buy 3 cards. When you buy and 1 card is all he needed. All right, so paid for 3 cards, got a pair of queens, and that was enough to get the queen off the floor. Now the ace finally gets to act, and he's trying to beat a pair of queens. He's going to go ahead and buy his hand out. 4 more cards. 10, 3, deuce, and another ace. Gives him a pair of aces, and now the action's back on the queens. The queen still could fold, but look at all this glorious action in the middle. So 3 cards to finish out that hand for the pair of queens. 1, 2, pair of 7s. So queens and 7s is going to win the hand. Oh, that's the way you play Ricochet Poker. Let's play one more hand. Everyone antes 1 coin to start the game, and we're going to get 1 card each. The game is dealt entirely face up, just like you're seeing now. The action jumps to the low hand, which is the 4 of hearts. And this player has the option to buy more cards or fold. Buying more cards means you want to get enough cards eventually to win the hand, but right now to get off the floor, to beat the next lowest hand. The next lowest hand is an 8. So this 4 is going to buy 2 cards, and let's see what happens. Gets a deuce and a king. That king gets him off the floor, so this hand is still in the game. We break ties by suit, so the 8 of clubs goes next. We wouldn't do that in the final hand, but in the determining who goes next, the 8 of clubs is going to go next. And this player only needs a kicker to be higher than this 8, so he's only going to buy 1 card. And now he's got an 8-4, which is better than this. This hand, similarly, only needs 1 card, probably, to get on top of the other 8. So he buys 1 card, and it's back to the 8-4. Now, a player can fold, right? This is not looking good for the 8-4. He's got a split 8. He's just going to drop out. So that player is gone, and the action jumps back to the 8-10. He's now trying to get on top of a jack. If he wants to play, let's say he does, he's going to buy 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and that was not enough to get him on top of a jack. So that player is gone, and the action's on the jack. Jack's looking at split kings. He's got to get on top of a king. He's going to buy 4 cards and just try to finish his hand out. 1, 2, and an ace is all it takes to get him off the ground. The king alone is worse than the king with kickers, so this king is next. So he's going to buy 1 card. He gets a 7. Wow. All right. King 4, what do you want to do? You've got a split king and low cards, but no one has a pair yet, so let's play this. The most you can ever have is 5 cards, so the most he can buy is 2. There's a jack, which is higher than the 7. The king 7 is back. He'll do the same thing, and he'll buy 3. 6. King queen is higher than king jack. The ace is just sitting over here loving this, right? He's just watching these cards spill out, and nothing's getting better. Oh, look at all this pot. I'll pay $1 to get a pair. There's a pair of jacks. Nice hand. Now back on the king queen. $1 to get a pair of queens? No. And finally, the ace 7 jack looks at that pair of jacks and says, I'm getting tremendous pot odds. I'll buy 2 cards. 1 is a pair of 7s, not enough. And 2 is an 8, also not enough. That player's out, and the pair of jacks wins the pot. Whoa. And that's how you play Ricochet Poker.